Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to try to identify the cards that we're going to need. So we have one, two, three. We have 4 card types and we have 4 card suits. So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to construct the deck. We're going to use these old used playing cards that I picked these design tip. I pick these old decks up from casinos for free. I have tons of these. I use them for all kinds of things. This one looks like it has a note in it. Hand drafting 2-player point game. Oh, some notes about a 2-player hand drafting game. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to pull out point cards 1 through 4. Let's start with that. 1 through 4. 1 through 4. There we go. Okay, we're looking for a trump. Let's use spades since that's a classic trump suit. Okay, so there's our 4 trump cards. So that would be 4, 3, 2, 1 as far as rank. Next we want point cards. So points and blocks. Points and blocks. Let's use clubs for blocking. We block people with club in. And we'll use hearts for scoring since hearts are sweet. Okay, and then we have points from lowest to highest. And then we have blocking lowest to highest. And okay, we paused momentarily because we ran into an issue. What we needed to do was have we have 3 different types of cards and the multiplayer cards and how to identify cards, and that one test hand was really difficult to play. So we need to change it up to make it easier to understand, more logical for the players, because if it's too much work, then it's no fun. So I'm going to start by where we left off with trump cards. So we have trump cards. We have our scoring cards. And we have our blocking cards. Okay. And what we need to do now is we need to add 4 more cards. When we added the 4th suit, it didn't really work very well because we're keeping track this way. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use face cards to make them different than the numbered cards. So let's take some kings, for example. Well, let's just get all the face cards first. Okay. And then the suit that we're not using is diamonds, so we're going to take the diamonds out. Okay. And then we want to represent these 3 suits, which I think is what we have left. So jacks. So jacks, kings, and queens. Let's take these 3. And if you have one of these cards, whoops, I'm off of the screen. So if we have these 3 cards, if you have one of those 3, that will allow you to double the score for any of those that are in that color. And then there'll be 1 wild card. For king, this card adds 10 points. So it's a diamond treasure card, 10 points. Okay, so let's try playing around with this set of cards and see if it works better. Okay, so we're back now with our 3rd variant of the deck. In this one, what we've done is we've added an extra trump card. We have 2, the face cards allow you to score 1 point for each of the type of card that you have. So for this one, you would score 1 point for each heart that you have, up to 5, up to 6. In this case, you have 2 cards that allow you to score however many of the trump cards that you have. You have your point cards, which we've increased the power of those. So when we were playing in the other 2 test games, when they were all using 1 through 4, we kept running them into negative scores, -1, -2. It was little confusing when we were doing the math of figuring out whose hand did what. So by adding more points and less takeaway, we'll keep it above 0 and we'll have positive numbers. Should make the math a lot easier. We've also eliminated so that we're down to just 3 suits. We have our trump, our scoring, and our reduction. So let's see how this deck works out when we play with it. So shuffle all the cards up. Cut the deck, split it, and deal. Okay. One trump, 2 score, 1 block. Trump and 3 blockers. Two trump, a score, and a block. Two trump and 2 score. So this player will go first. They have 3 blocking. So let's just block 3. Let's see, they don't really want it. Block 4 would give it to them. Either one of the trumps would give it to them. The 8 points, if hearts, doesn't matter what card they're playing, they're going to get the hand. All 4 of those hands are higher than this one. So do they want 4? So they're going to play that 4. So they now have control of that hand. Okay, the 2 trump ones. Yes, any of these cards will force it into their hand. So they will use a point card. And so they now have the hand. So the only thing that'll be now is a higher point card or a trump card, which would be, so these 2 will not take the hand, these 2 will take the hand. 4, if there's a -7 and a +6. So this is going to go to the 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with -9. So he won that. This player will then they're gonna play a low trump card. They're going to play a point card, a low point card. So two trumps at that point. They have the highest trump card, so they could take this with their high trump card. They sense the idea, so they're leading, so it doesn't matter which one you give points, so they're going to get really low trump card. And then this way, they're going to then lead with a low blocker. Okay, they know they have the highest trump, so they know they're going to win that one. If they play the spade, this one wins, you get extra points. If they play this one, you can get points for both the spades and hearts. Same thing here. These guys get points. Spade is trump, so that one will go through. He leads with 8 points. Point card, trump, point card, goes there. Okay, everybody's done. Now let's see who scored what. Okay, the spades are no good. This one's for points on clubs, which he doesn't have. So he has 8, 9, 10. This one is a 10 points. 10 point. This one here he's got all trump, so he's got 5 points. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 points. 10 points. 8 points. We'll do this one next. And they also get points for clubs. And then they have 7 minus 1 is 6, 7, 8. So they get 8. This one was 5, 6, 7, 8. They both have 8. They're tied for second. And then this one, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got a positive 6 and a negative 9, so he's minus 3. So this is the winner. These two tied. This one had a negative score. That one felt better. We'll play a couple more hands and then see how it plays after a couple more rounds.